Okay, are we ready to restart this video? So we have the, oh, what happened to the, okay, there we go. So now we have the PH in phone, right, or phony, and all the ways we can get PH, or the one-letter words where GH comes in laugh. But we don't say half, right, with the silent L. So there's a whole language going on inside the alphabet itself. We were talking about the two cubes, or at least I was. And the first cube, you can only count either the 1 or the 6, okay? Well, it depends which side it's on, because, I mean, you can also do the, let's say the dice was rolled. Let's say the dice was rolled and you had a 3 and a 4. So that would mean, okay, the 4 would be here and the 3 would be here. What would be in between? Okay, what would be in between? How would we calculate it? We'd have the 2 and 1 and 5 and 6 on this side. What would be in between the two? See, if we had the, let's say we had the 5 and 2. Right now I'm going to discover myself. We had the 5 and 2. Okay, so I'm going to put the 5 and I'm going to put the 2, and that means I got the 1 here, I got the 6 here, and I got the 3 and 4 over here. So that's what happens when I have the 5 and 2. And right now, okay, we are Earth. And Earth is number 52. And we are the heart. And that is number 52. And we are all plugged in to number 2 and 5. We are all plugged into Q. We are all plugged into high jack, because Q is the 17th letter. You can say thesis, hypothesis, whatever. And the HI is the 8th and the 9th letter, equaling, when you add it, to 17. And the 5 and the 2, mathematically, 5 times 2 is 10. 5 plus 2 equals 7, equals to 17. If you minus the 10, it equals to 3. But all zeros equal to 6. This would be 16. After you would add this up again, this equation would end up to be 0, 3, or 30. Did you follow why? All zeros equal 6. Now, I'm asking myself another question. Should the 0 be equal to 6, or can the 0 be equal to 5? Well, you know what? The only reason it's equal to 6 is the only way you can create a 0 is right over here. With the 2, you can create practically a double 0. And the reason for that is because I'm going to use this as the dice cube. Okay, I can do it another way, but I'm going to blacken out this corner here. I'm going to blacken out this corner here. And I'm just making this small, and I'm just putting dots in all of these. And then I connect these 4 dots and these 4 dots, and I get 2 zeros together. 2 zeros looking like number 8 inside the cube. In all actuality, it's a 7 dot create geometric 8. But the geometric 8 is not only from there. The geometric 8 is in so many other places. Geometric 8. The geometric 8. I just want to see, is there any other geometric? Not that one. Let me look. I don't want to look at this 8 either, you know. And this one is higher. Maybe these two both can, this one maybe can rise also. Maybe this one is up and this one can come all the way up, putting an 8 below and an 8 above. And this design over here which is also noted to be the chevrons on the highway, just the designed a little bit different, always reminded me of the fox. I don't know why. I just don't know why, with his little ears. Anyways, I don't see where the, I'm looking for the 8 where the book is. Just give me a second. Unless it's not further this way, is it? No. Give me a second. Just hang in with me. Just hang in. Oh, by the way, if I want to monetize this video, there's now like 20 realities that I'm not allowed, subjects I'm not allowed to touch. Don't touch this. Oh my God. So where's the book? I'm very upset. Just give me a second. I'm not happy with this. There's got to be something wrong. The book's got to be somewhere here. Relax, relax. You'll wait for me, won't you? You know, I come so unprepared to my own party. Well, here's one of them, right over here. Do you remember yesterday when we spoke? If I shut this one down on this one, this door goes down, but this tail goes up here. Now the question is you see, see just this one over here? This one shuts, but when you start to look at it, then the number 3, what's happening to the number 3? When this shuts, what happens to this number 3? It goes, right? This will rise up towards it. So this can shut on the box, but I don't want to look at it that way. You can now almost see the P and the D, but it was a 6 and a 9. So how is everything starting to change? 6 and 9, D and P. What is the decibels? Decibels, D and B, right? So I'm just trying to figure out which area I'm in right now. Why? When can you not touch those topics, friend? Well, first of all, they're not my topics. Okay, it's not topics that I regularly take part in, but because of what's going on in the world, numerically, you can say things about it just by knowing the difference in words. For instance, I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to speak about this, but in my earlier days, I was a pig farmer, and I used to see how they castrated the pigs. Nowadays, they no longer, apparently, on most pig farms, do not castrate the pigs. And if you do not castrate the pigs or do something to the females as well, there's a funny taste in the meat, and you really apparently can't eat the meat unless you do that thing a few weeks, in their young age. And nowadays, it's done 3 weeks before market. So they made something for it. Obviously, it wasn't me because I'm not a medical doctor or in that business, but that group of people made something so that they can have that process happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I took what they just made for the pigs, I can't make nobody, you can't get pregnant. So what's in that? In fact, I'm just going to show you a piece on the, I'm just going to show you it. Let's see if I can show this to you here. This is Google here, and it's here. Where is it? Here, castration of pigs. That's what I want. Castration of pigs. That's what I wanted to show. So where is my story? This is a subject I stay off, so I want to make sure that I take it from the best source in town, and this is a reputable site, known for telling the truth. So I can read it to you. And it says surgical castration of piglets routine practice, abstract, and then introduction. And then eventually they're going to show you down here how they do it today. And hold on a second. I want to look for something here. I got to make sure that it's here. Here it is. Here it is. Where this Pizzer, and right, Pizzer, and suppressing the testosterone. They just did it right here for 2019, and just add that into the rest of everything that's going on. Okay, So these are things I don't want to get involved with, but because all the farm animals are now included in my work, and they always were included in my work, all the farm animals are all included. They all got names, pigs and chickens. They go oink and quack and cock-a-doodle-doo, and all these things are telling us stories. Remember, you wouldn't have bought a Nike shoe unless you saw it on TV, unless you saw an athlete wearing it and saying, hey, it's the best shoe. Or you wouldn't be wearing this shirt because, or if I didn't hold up my hand, how would you know to stop unless they made a law? How do you understand things in life? Why do we buy things? Why do we do what we do? Cause and effect. The cause of the effect, or the effect of the cause. I'm going to get some water. Rice milk. Nobody speak. Don't say a word. I don't want to hear it. You're going to alter my thinking. If I want you to write something and the comments are up here, I want you to alter my thinking. Sometimes I don't want anybody to say anything because I don't want to alter my thoughts. I do not want to have a distraction. I do not want to have an attraction. For the distraction, I rather have the retraction. So all words can be broken down. Oh, you like the 2 hockey sticks? Oh, you thought it was a, what, 7? Or if I show you where the crossing zone is over here in the A, you would probably take this off as an F. If you look at the same time, if you can imagine, okay, there's an angle to it. I just can't see it right now, but I know, oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. I got to put the camera on. Hold on. I get distracted myself. I'd rather it be that way. I don't know why it's that way. And would it be this way also? Just trying to, where would it be coming down? It'd be coming down. It's funny the way the number 4 just seems to pop out of nowhere, right? The number 4 pops out of nowhere on the edges of 7. Anyways, I don't want to get into that right now. I'm not sure if you see what was inside here. When this closes on top of here, what happens to this? Does it turn into a C? Or does it turn into the E? That would turn in there. That would fold. So this would, how would that look? I'm just trying to figure out. This would stay here. And can this really, maybe it's locked. Maybe this 3 locks it. You can't pull this forward, right? Okay, can this bend? Can this actually bend over here? Or are they, I'm just trying to see. You know, we're always looking at the lines. Well, what do the lines mean? Well, what do these lines tell you when I draw them? How do they make you perceive? This is only a flat piece of paper. I mean, it's a flat piece of paper, but it doesn't look like it's going down and up and down and up because of how the lines are. And we take it all for granted. Well, some of us do. I mean, I don't know. Is that number 3? Like, what's going on? Oh my God! I gotta have a hole, like, to go all the way down there. So, another thing to not remember: 9/11. Okay, let's go back to where I was. Hold on a second. Let's get back to where I was. Boy. Okay, right over here, we were talking about Q, and I'm really sorry to take you all over the place. Okay, let me read this comment from Zagiraya. Zagraya. Well, it depends if you want to read it that way. If we say it one letter at a time, it's Zagira. It's Zagir. It's Gray. It's Zgraya. It's Zgraya. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this. Anyways, let me read it. Let me read. Thank you for answering. Do you eat meat? And what is that hat? If you don't mind me asking, sorry, I'm new here. No offense, please. I take no offense. Do I eat meat? I can say that in two ways. One of the ways, it depends who I meet. It's a funny question. You see, like I'm going to have to answer this question in another way that will give you the answer all in its own. I believe that the animal kingdom is here by their choice. I believe that the Indians and many other tribes of the nations do prayers before they eat any living flesh and thank them. But what's happening on this planet is not for me what was supposed to be. And that's the answer I have for you. Now, this hat, I don't know. It reminds me of the somebody from somewhere in the world wear these hats. And I just feel I should wear one too, because I feel that I have the patience or the ability to have the patience to meditate. And anyways, I like these. I like wearing different hats. Sometimes they might talk to you and tell you a different story. Maybe it's weaved in a way that when the aether hits around us, the aether knows all the shapes and all the stitching in the hat, and it can read it. And all that reading goes into the supercomputer. And the supercomputer says, this is what the guy wants to be like. That's the information that comes into the weave of the hat that you wear on the top of your head. What is this? What is my channel about? How to and style? Science and technology. If you're new here, do you know anything about these? Are they cubes? Can you recreate them? Do you know what they do? How many dots? On which side is dot number 8? It's actually a full face. It's a value face. We're going to give value faces over here. For those who are new, Zagira, you said you are new. So here it is. Here is a value face of 8 and a 1 dot. Or in other words, 8 void. Only noted as the only section that you can see the reflection, and all 7 dots. There is no other side. This is number 83. The golden club, electric company, and in the church. The only 2 numbers in Baccarat that are special and different, much different than any other numbers, 8 and 3. Why? Because just like your telephone, just like your calculator, just like your keyboard, just like things that happen all over the world, the 9 lives of the cat are apparent on this face. Although we never use more than the half-life of the 6 dot and the 3 void, reverse to the 1 dot and the 8 void, the 8 face to the 6. But in the 8 face to the 6, we never use more than 7. No more than 7 is ever used on this entire dice. Although there is an 8 void, that 1 dot transpires while you're awake and while you're asleep, connecting the 2 worlds together. It's only 66, and there is no other. 6 and 6 is 3. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 12 is female for bat mitzvah. I work off of things that have already been created. I do not create anything brand new. I create the possibilities, or the end, or what creates is the actuality of what, and everything has already been created. I don't bring anything new to the table other than saying, hey, look, this and this go together. Hey, Ma, hey, look, 6 dots. Where are the other 3 dots? Hey, Ma, look, 4 dots. Where are the other 5 dots? Well, come on, you know there's only 4 dots here. The 5 dots are over here. But Ma, the calculator, it shows different. Here it shows me all of them, but here it's only showing me some of them. What a child would say, because we are the children, the birth onto this planet, into these bodies, and we arrive. Just like the airplane. You may have arrived at LA, but you haven't gotten off the plane yet. Your body is born through your mother. The oceans move. The water breaks. The water breaks. I thought the bubble breaks and you come out with the water. Anyways, okay, here it goes. The truth is the truth. It is what it is. And I can't tell you the truth. I only can tell you the stories that create the realities in every single aspect of their own reality. So this dice cube, one of them, if you want to change the subject just a little bit, I do want to change the subject. Are you going to take the casino red pill or the casino blue pill? Or if I match them together, I don't know if I have it here, but I have a purple one, because these two change colors when they're matched together. Put the oil paints together and they create purple, right? What paints don't mix together? We're not going to talk about these yet. So red is number 27. Blue is number 40, total of 67. Okay. 40 is 4. 7 is 7. 7 and 4. Is that what I said? 9 and 4. No, purple is 88. You want to talk red and blue? Oh, don't touch the red one. It's hot. Don't touch the blue one. You're going to freeze your hands. So now you have hot and cold, 43 and 34. That is the number DC for hot and cold. 7 times 7 times 7, 343. CDC. Have you ever heard of the CDC before? Now, 7 plus 7 plus 7, 21. 1 through 6 equals 21. 21 plus 343, 364. Hey, 13 moons, 28 days, 364 days, 1.25 days missing. Yes, the one spirit of the quarter creation, Earth, the Jack, the plug-in. One is Jack, number 25. You can have 225, 325, 425. They're all talking about different Jacks that you plug into Earth's heart, because those are the numbers that match, and that's why I say these words. The other thing, what else is there on this dice cube? The number 6. The numeric value of 6 is number 52. You see if I, whoop, just lost the page. The numeric value of 6, just lost it. The numeric value of 6 is 52. 5 plus 2 equals 7. The numeric value of 1, or O nay, like in Neptune, O nay. Neptune begins and ends with nay. I'm going to explain that after. Is number 34. So 1 and hot and cold are all reflected together. Purple comes into number 1 also because of their narrative. Where do we get 3 and 4? Well, we get it from number 13. 7 plus 6, 13. No. 8 plus 5, 13. No, 9 plus 4, 13. No, they must be a family of 13s. 1 plus 3 equals to 4. 1 and 3 equals to 4. 2 and 2 equals to 4. But 9 and 4 equals to 4. And 8 and 5 equals to 4. And 7 and 6 equals to 4. So I bring all the relationships together. We want to know the difference. Yes or no. Hey, they're opposites. What are their numbers for yes and no? So let me go back here and see. We got a yes and a no here somewhere. I know I did a yes and no recently. Please. Please. I know I did a yes and no. Wow. I can't find it. By the way, it's Tucker Carlson's birthday today. Wish Tucker Carlson a TC happy birthday. He is working for this news company called Fox News. Don't know if you ever heard of it. Fox News 666. Fox News. Okay, I got this over here. Anyways, I do not have it. I will show you. And it's very upsetting that I don't have it because I thought I had 2 books that I started. Very upsetting. I have to look again. I have to look again. No, doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. Oh, maybe I did it at the beginning of a book. Did I rip it out? Anyways, not very happy. Oh, I have 2 books here. Did I write it in this book? Okay, so I'm just going to show it to you. Okay, here's true and false. Would you agree they're both opposites? Okay, and we're going to have no, the 14th and the 15th letter. Here's a 5, here's a 6. This equals to 29. Pi equals to 3.14159265. And all I had to say is no. Remember, if you are right, or you are wrong, or you are left, everything is telling me something. I want to know who left the room. There's expressions that will tell you about these realities. The same as the word place. Place it on the table. You become the winner, okay, of the show. Everything has its place and position, just like placing a bet. When you place a bet, unless you win, you're placing what? You're placing your money. What do you have to show for it? So there's just expressions. I know they're very limey, these expressions, but sometimes, you know what? I can't figure it all out. 25 plus 5 plus 19. And this is always an add-on for me, the S letter. But we're just going to keep it together. The total here is 49. And there's, this is in the 4 family. The answer to no is 29. So this is in the 2 family. 9 plus 2 equals to 11. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. Or 11 and 18 is the answer. So 2 and 9 become the same answer. In this one, the answer will stay the same. The mathematics will stay the same because anytime you have a 9 in it, it will always come back within the 9. It doesn't matter what 9 it is. Let's take, I don't know, give me anything. You want 39. 3 times 9, 27. 3 plus 9, 12 equals 39. Even if it was 93, it would come back to 39. So that difference between 93 minusing 39 equals to 54, and that is the sun. And that is also 9 times 6 equaling to 54. So that's in rotation of the heavens because of what the artwork does. because of what the artwork does. You want to climb down the ladders. I'm just trying different ways to create. I'm not really sure how to create with this, whether you're going through blocks and buildings or whether you're walking all the way through the passageway to the other side, where the tunnel bends over here and then goes that way. Because we can't completely go that way. The compass has already told us that story. So we have this, and now you're going to say to me, well, what is that? I'm going to show you. It's right there. It's right there. Right there. Now, number 5. See that number 5? Shows you a circle and a square, a percentage sign. And the reason for the percentage sign, I'm going to show you that what happens, you want to do the small percentage sign, and we can go 6 and 9 that way, or we can go 6 and 9 this way. Oh, here's the number 6. So when you put them together, it creates this design. Now what happens is all I did is I took my pen. I'm just going to do this one very simple. And I did that. I did that with number 9. I'm doing this with number 6. I'm really not sure which way to go with it. Can I do it that way? Should I have done it? Should I have done it this way? So see the whole image changed by me doing it both ways. You see the way it comes up. It comes up from here up. I'm going to see if I can get this right. See the way it comes up, and then it goes through the passage this way, and it goes down that way. See the way it goes up, and then it goes all the way through there. And this is your 3 or your W. Well, this is just a little bit bigger of a picture between the two of them. So let me try and fix the focus here. I don't know, the focus is not working. Restore defaults. I'm having a computer problem. No! Anybody see that? Anybody see that? I'm going to be working on that next. Right? It's the letter A, okay? And I inverted it and put the letter M, and through that design, right, capping, the reason I did this is because the letter M holds these two, and it's also 4, 5, 6. Are we going to turn off the water? If I turn the A, do I turn off the water? What is this part? And if you notice, there's a number 5. I might have done this a little bit lower. You notice, and I could have put this maybe a little bit straighter. Maybe I should have put that straighter. Hold on a second. Oh, I don't have it here. I have it in paint. No, that's not paint. There's paint. Pine needles. Anybody hear of pine needles? Okay, I have it here in paint. You know what? I know I jump all over the place, but that's the way it is. Hold on. Okay, okay, this is better. Okay, so in paint, you make this a little bit bigger. Anyways, I don't know if it was that one. Okay, I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to take number 5 from here to here to here to here. It should have went to here and then to here. To here. Whoop. Anyways, yeah, I messed up. Anyways, that was it's like that. Like whoop. Okay, 1 second. Let me just show it. It's like this. Am I getting this on screen here? Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. like that, like that. You see the 5 that's in there, right? And you go over to the other side and you come down. Whoop, you come down. Actually, didn't use enough. You're supposed to go down here, down here, down here, down here, down here, down here, and down here. And then you have your image done. Now, if you take a look at that, that's really the bottom of the A. So then when you really take a look at that, I'm just going to do something a little bit different now. I'm just going to get another color, and I'm going to show you that the two connectors, okay, okay, and then the second connector from the other side. I'm just going over it really quick. And you have number 52. And if you look at curtains that open for the theater, that curl at the end, that also designs number 52. So I just wanted to keep it there. And in Hebrew, they call this the Beit letter. Alphabet, the alphabet that goes together in Aleph and Beit are created through Beit. The A letter is the bottom of the creation of Aleph. And Aleph is basically, I mean, this whole thing together is Aleph, but the bottom part of Aleph is Beit. So this also, and these obligations that I have in certain of my designs are because of what games do. Where was I talking? This one over here. This is, I don't know if it's the right height, okay, but games, the baccarat, not the baccarat, sorry, the roulette game, okay, because of the colors, the color coordination in it between the what is it, the red and the black, tells me to design it this way. I didn't have to do this. I just went 3D on this. That's all. I just went 3D on this, and just fooling around over here, the obligation, just following my obligations. That didn't come out too straight, following my obligation. You see, I can't do it over here, right? See, there's a split line over here. See the way it splits right here? Anyways, that's this part. This is the A part. This is where the top part comes in. This is where Beit is down here. I would have rather designed it the other way. I designed it this way. Maybe I'm going to design it the other way also. But you see, I need more room because this is not thick enough. And that's why I call it the skull setup, because everything is just skull bones, pieces and parts that have to be extended. As well, this is an expression of the word Israel or Zion. This design over here, why it's in relationship is for the numeric value only. The reality of this design is the I gets this, right? This is where the letter M comes in, but I separated everything, and everything that has an open top gets a dot, and then I put a bar across to connect the entire letter. Just so happens I found purple for Pegasus, number 88. And diamonds create 808, if you just like to know. Why do diamonds create 808? Well, here's a circle, okay, and that looks like a diamond. And then here's another diamond, and then here's another diamond. So this 8 and this 0, or this 8 and this 0, there's always 1 and then 2. 1 separated by 2, separated by 1, separated by 2. 1 and then 2 on each side. That's the way it is. I like to see the bird's beak. Okay. So happy birthday. The 8th letter, the 1st letter, the 16th letter, the 16th letter, and the 21st letter. 9777. Birth in the gateway. Like I said, 343. and 21 is 364. We're missing 1.25 days, and that is for our memory, for our cloud, whichever way you want. This has to do with Mercury, Mars, and Earth combination. There's something else missing here. I need a calculator for it. And the calculator shows me that there's a possibility that we need 365.47 days. And here is the design, 365.47 days, which leaves over 125.89, 365.47, and it leaves over 125.89. Those are the reverse numbers. This one is telling me the cycle of the moon, Jesus of time. This one is telling me about birth on earth, the passage. And I'm not just saying it because I want to say it, because 8 and 9 are the letters H and I. They also create the bricks. They come out of where the numeric value of Venus and the 18th letter are. And there's two 18th letters. It is I and it is R. And the time when they're brought together is when 360, when 36.0 is brought together. 3 times 6, 18. 3 plus 6 equals to 9, equals to your total of 27. So it tells me about my creation of win big. Okay, the I and R, the reverse, they're both in the 99 family. 9 times 9, 81. 9 and 9, 18, equaling to 99. And this is where Jupiter, Earth's eye and division split up right here in the Jupiter. And they also told us on the birth when Ishmael and the other one was born many, many years ago, and the wives of Abraham. And the wives of Abraham, and then Abraham Lincoln as the 16th president, or also mentioning the coming out, something new. What did Abraham Lincoln do? Because this is where the cube splits apart. The 16th president, and then it doesn't happen again, okay? Not at the 32nd president, okay? But at the 33rd or the 34th president, it happens again. Because what happens is we had a lapse in presidency. There was the Black Cat film. You remember I told you I spoke about this yesterday? And this is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is 6. And this is 6. And this one over here is 4 because it's overlap. And I'm just trying to think of what I was just talking about. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot. Oh boy. Just 1 second. Just 1 second, 1 second. I'm looking for something. I'm going to listen to my own video for a second. I'm going to listen to my own video for a second. Days. And here's the design. 365.47, 36.0. The other one was born many, many years ago, and the wives of Abraham, and the cube splits apart. The 16th president, and then it doesn't happen again, okay? Not 164. We're missing one. And here is the design. 300. Okay, so I'm not really sure. In fact, I lost my video. Okay, I'm not really sure where I was with that. I'm really sorry. We were just talking about happy birthday 9777. We were talking about how Jupiter comes out. I didn't add these numbers up. And this is where creation of the orphan children of time right here come out. Number 40, number 365.47. Our clock, right? We usually run 366 days, but the 22 extra between the 365.25 days in a year to 365.47 has a relationship with the second cube. Maybe the second cube is not even counted. They're just counting the first cube. And it's part of your memory. The 1.25, 5 times 5 times 5 times 41 equals 2. 5125. This is a 1/4 count of the Mayan count. Times 5 equals 25,625. This is the Mayan count. 767. Earth, birth, earth. 767, 797. Maybe this is where 1111 comes in. I don't really know. Every single time I do this every day, I get a different answer with number 22. I do know that it is the first numeric value on the second dice on the number 1. Number 1 and number 22 are number 1s on each dice if there were 2 together, if you were only adding up the dots. Now, if you were adding up area, space, and the dots, there are a total of 54 area space on a cube. So if you're counting 2 cubes, the first dot of the next cube is number 55. So what is the relationship of number 1 and number 55? 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 1 equals to 0. And there's an equation that goes with this. Where am I? The letter M for love. We have birthday. We have birth. Time heaven. We have the 360 degrees. We have the day that comes over here, which is number 30, which becomes number 36 again. And this will now create this. Day will create the IR through Jupiter and time heaven. And by the way, B is talking about number 13. I don't care what anybody says, you do what you want. The R talks about 12 and the B talks about 13, and they're designed respectively. I didn't add these up, but I can add these up. 9 and first of all, 7 and 9 is birth in the gateway. This one here is Pluto. Here it is Freedom Electric Company to the heavens of Pluto, because it begins and it ends almost the same way. These two here are 8. This one over here is 4, 8 and 4. So I'm just putting things together. This is 11. I'm just trying to see if these 3, these 4. This is number 14. This is number 8, 8 and 14. Anyways, I don't want to put anything together. I don't want to make any assumptions of anything. I'm going to go back to where this is number 6 and 9. How is it number 6 and 9? I could have made it smaller. And that's number 6. I could have driven, if you want, I can draw the 6 the other way, or the 9. See, at first I was drawing the 9 with my line this way. See, we need to draw the 7. All of these designs must be designed using the 7 factor. And the 7 factor is a measurement. And is the measurement from here to here. I'm just making it larger than it is. And then from here to here. So if you're building a house, you need to use the 7 factor. You need to measure a line down this way and down this way to understand. I mean, you're going to measure it for perfection, but this is the basic. Anyways, okay, so we got the 6 and 9, and this is the percentage sign. And when this is created, you end up with two areas. I'm not sure how we can enter into these buildings, which way the blocks go. I'm not really sure what we should do with them, but this is 6 and 9. This is the percentage key, and it is found on number 5. The star key is on the number 8, and the 7 key is a twist between two areas. The 6 is always a question mark. They don't know if it's male or female, right? So we're going to do that. I'm just going to go through the rest of this really quick. Let's see what this is. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, 1776, Einstein and Neptune. There was one thing I left out. Sorry about jumping all over the place. We were doing yes and no. I mean, I got all kinds of stuff in here. We were doing yes and no. Where did yes and no go? Wow. If I lost this, I'll eat my hat. Okay, we were doing yes and no. There was one piece I didn't finish in yes and no. And no is 14R and O is 15B. This will get a 9 number. This will get a 2 number. Why? Because black is number 29. 2 plus 9, 11. 1 and 1 is 2. The R is a red number. Red is number 27. 2 and 7 is 9. Now I can also multiply it and get the second answer, but right now I'm not. I'm just using just one system right now. I need, okay. And the reason that the yes, YES, is also going to be a little bit different, but in yes, this is going to be all R's. The reason for that is because when you play roulette, all of these are red. But numbers will shift in roulette. I will shift all the numbers because I don't want to start at number 1. I want to jump out of number 1, and maybe I'll start the game at number 8, number 11. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I can start the game at all the numbers and see what they happen, because you're living, you float. We float. Balance is a float. You're not on the floor and you're not in the ceiling. You're floating just above the floor. You're not completely in the sky. So you have to float in the game. And everything else in numbers is telling alternate stories. So the false and the true, this is black, this is red, this is red, and this is red. So you have 20, and this is telling you the street. True is telling you the street. 1839, 44 equals to 64. Give it a star, it equals to 70. Give it another star, it equals to 76. Add them up, it equals to 13. True will give you the spirit of man. 1991. This is going to recreate another article, but we're not going to go into that yet. It will be created through number 43. 1 times 3, 3. 1 plus 3, 4. Now we're going into false. This is a black. This is a red. This is a red. This is a red. This is a red. Wow, lots of reds. So we have 6. And we have 1, 13, 32, 37, and 37 equals to 43. Oh, I got that already. Okay. Wow, that's funny that I put it here and I didn't know what it was. 5 and 19, 24 and 12, 36, 37. So this is going to be 3 and 7, so it's going to be 6 and 1, so they're opposites. And this one's going to be, this is 2 and 8. The cycle, natural cycle, 2 and 8. This is the 7th gate. This is number 1. Number 17 together, right? 64 becomes number 17, Q. So I'm just trying to see. Don't forget, false does not always mean not true. Okay, false has other meanings. So I'm just trying to see. So this one will extend into the spirit, while this one over here will recreate the false. The true numbers will recreate the false numbers. 6 times 4 equals to 24. 6 plus 4 equals to 10 equals to 34. But then 34, not 43, but this numeric value over here, because there was no 0 that came with it. This will automatically get plus 6. It'll be 40. Then it gets a plus 6. It becomes 46. And then it starts all over again at 10. So it repeats itself. And this is 0. And a whole other meaning to those words. Let me go back. It must be boring by now. I wanted to go back to 1776. If you want, since you're here, I'll do it now. 1 times 1776, 2 times 888, 3 times 592, 4 times 444, 6 times 296, 8 times 222. Where is 5, 7, and 9? Well, they're all pieces and parts of the answer. Do you notice when you get to number 12, 12 is just a piece inside 3 and 4. 4 times 3 equals to 12. So you have 444 and 592. So the total of these, although it is number 7 to the 7th gate, I like to sometimes total them up at 6. 9 and 4 is 13. 3, 1. So it'll be 1036. I wonder if that's a radio code, a CB code, or to a single digit. Okay, it would be 592 and 444, which would be 6. 9 and 4, 13. 1 and 3 is 4. It'd be 946. So I'm not really sure where to go with this. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and I shouldn't even have mentioned anything. I shouldn't even have mentioned anything. So I'm just going to continue on, okay? 6 and 8, 14, and 2, 16, and 10, 26. The total is 28 from the first line. The second line is a total of 7, 15, and 9, 24, and 4, 28, and 11 is 39. 7 and 8, 15, 20, 24, 26, 28. 28, 39, 28. So now we're going to look up something else. We're going to go to Einstein. EIN 28. EIN 28. EIN 28. EIN 28. S&T 39. Must come right out of the system. You notice this totals out to the 24 hours in the day. Einstein. I'm just trying to see where the 19 is. 33, 14. Okay, this over here, I was adding up the S and T, because I should have added up EIN, EIN, just the S and T came together. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I should have put the N inside with this, but no, I didn't. Let it be the way it is. I don't know why I did this up here. But anyways, they match. And the total of Einstein is number 95. I-95. And Pluto, the total of Pluto is also 95. Also, the ending and the beginning are the same. The only one that is different is the PTU that is in between. 557 is freedom inside the moon. And this one is creation. Together, they become electric company. 88 is the purple sky. They're talking about Pegasus. The center to Einstein is 2 and 1, 3. The center to Neptune is 2. 1, 2, 3 letters. 1, 2, 3 letters. We only have one letter alone. 1, 2, 3 letters. 1, 2, 3 letters. We have 2 letters that come together. So this one is going to tell us our cycle in Mercury. And this one is going to talk about Venus. And we're also showing the numeric value for that cycle. There's a whole lot more. There's a whole lot more. There's, just trying to see where that other piece is. I think we're going to end the video at 59 minutes here. Abraham Lincoln. Never knew Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president. Never knew that. Where do we get the letter F from? I was working on it. right? Actually, I wasn't working on that. I was just doing this, number 5. And then I just wanted to outline the number 5, right? And I ended up by mistake with the F letter. So you can look at L2 or L5, and there's our mistake. There's the F letter. I don't know where it comes from. Earth 1 moon, Mars 2 moons, Neptune 13 moons. There's all kinds of stories going on. Anyways, I think we're going to cut it here. There were other things. I'm not sure where they are. Not sure where the book is, but that's okay. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Let me look at the comments. Hold on a second. I'm going to look at the comments. Sorry, I didn't keep up with it. I wasn't watching. Okay, yeah, putting the pen. You're right. I understand you about that, about the pen. Yes. Okay, share me them John Deeres. You labeled it on the back side page, bottom right-hand corner. Back page, right side, bottom right-hand corner. Does anybody know what a club is? I don't know what it is. Just I don't know. Okay. JD John Deere F double port and F. Yeah, I'd have to, you know what, all the letters, we need sizing. There's more sizing. You have to use this paper. And you got to understand the 45 rule, the angles. The minute you cut into a 45 angle, what are you cutting into? See, the straight lines, are they leaving everything whole? What is overlapping in this world? What is overlapping? For me, if I can overlap everything, I think somebody will know something that I've forgotten and I can be remembered. Or the subject of what I need to remember will be remembered. I'm a little tired. I went over a ton of subjects. I always do. Let's reconstitute orange juice. That's reconstitution error, the orange juice. The amendment. Why do we need amendments? What does an amendment mean? Amending something? Is it adding on to nature? How much more can we add on to nature than the truth of nature of what it gave it itself? How can we not know right from wrong? Who has left the room? Who has left the room? Who should leave the room? Why should we let who in the room? Who is it is coming into the room? I don't know you. Who are you? Who's on first? Why is who on first? Tomorrow, who's pitching? Everything that goes on in this world that you've ever heard or seen, anything that is written, starting with the markers or the colored pencils or the crayons in school, everything had a name, everything had a place that it came from, everything was created from some scientific relationship that came together, and you have to look up what they are doing to castrate pigs, because everything relates back to the farm animals right now in the period of time that we live. And question it, and question everything. Why am I seeing this TV show from Africa of all the disasters that are going on there when we should be fixing and spending the time in the news of what's going on here? When I was growing up in the 1960s and 70s and 80s, if you knew what I saw, what I didn't care about, because I thought if it was there and it was here, why didn't they fix what is here? And why aren't they showing anything that's here? And why is it always somewhere else where I can't help other than sending some money? Other than driving downtown and giving some drunk a sandwich to eat because he ain't got no much money. He spent it on his beer, but that's okay. I'm not going to judge. The money is gone. The money is in rotation. If no one leaves the town and we spend the money, it's in rotation. You only can spend it in your town. It's when you're able to take it out of your town that things cause a problem. So when you think you're, I was told not to speak about certain subjects, but I'm not going to talk about where all the jobs went just so we can buy things at the dollar store. You know what I'm saying? You know that program Where It's Made? Where it used to be made. But we were young and we were never taught by our parents because they were never taught. And how many people know about economics? How many people know how to clean floors, the kitchen, to do the laundry? How many people know about taking care of children just like taking care of a business? How many people know what is private in general, and when you go into the army, you discuss it with them because you're a private and you have no rights at all? Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. We are one forever and ever. Because before the body was born, you were already alive. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Nice. Keep the dogs happy.